Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. In our video today we will help you in understanding Bitcoin and the technology behind it, the blockchain technology, in a simplified way. Let us start with knowing what is Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower. You can use them in every country. Your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Several currency exchanges exist where you can buy and sell Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Your Bitcoins are kept in your digital wallet on your computer or mobile device. Sending Bitcoins is as simple as sending an email, and you can purchase anything with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin network is secured by individuals called miners. Miners are rewarded newly generated Bitcoins for verifying transactions. After transactions are verified, they are recorded in a transparent public ledger. Bitcoin opens up a whole new platform for innovation. The software is completely open source and anyone can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Bitcoins are a great way for businesses to minimize transaction fees. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, and it's easy to set up. There are no chargebacks, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy.
Bitcoin is built on a technology called blockchain. Blockchain is the reason why Bitcoin is so popular.
Modern technology allows people to communicate directly. Voice and video calls, emails, pictures and instant messages travel directly from A to B, maintaining trust between individuals no matter how far apart they are. When it comes to money, people have to trust a third party to be able to complete a transaction. Blockchain technology is challenging the status quo in a radical way. By using math and cryptography, blockchain provides an open, decentralized database of any transaction involving value, money, goods, property, work, or even votes, creating a record whose authenticity can be verified by the entire community. The future global economy will move towards one of distributed property and trust, where anyone with access to the internet can get involved in blockchain-based transactions, and third-party trust organizations may no longer be necessary. The uses of blockchain technology are endless. Some expect that in less than 10 years, it will be used to collect taxes. It will make it easier for immigrants to send money back to countries where access to financial institutions is limited. Financial fraud will be significantly reduced, as every transaction will be recorded on a public and distributed ledger, which will be accessible by anyone who has an internet connection. Think of it as wills and contracts that execute themselves, or dated proof of existence for ideas, much like a patent. Blockchain will become a global, decentralized source of trust, but not everyone is ready to embrace it. A huge proportion of trust services, from banking to notaries, will face challenges on price, volume, and in some cases, their very survival. Public authorities could find it more and more difficult to enforce traditional financial regulations due to the new possibilities offered by the Bitcoin network to bypass traditional financial intermediaries. Unimagined new networks will evolve to meet society's needs more cheaply and potentially more securely. Will governments, financial and legal institutions embrace blockchain? What will happen to the ones who don't?
Blockchain is a technology to create, store, and manage digital transactions that are public, secure, and distributed.
When you vote, have you ever wondered whether your ballot is actually counted? If you meet someone online, how do you know they're who they say they are? When you buy coffee that's labeled fair trade, what makes you so certain of its origin? To be sure, really sure, about any of those questions, you'd need a system where records could be stored, facts could be verified by anyone, and security is guaranteed. That way, no one could cheat the system by editing records, because everyone using the system would be watching. Systems like this are on the horizon, and the software that powers them is called a blockchain. Blockchains store information across a network of personal computers, making them not just decentralized, but distributed. This means no central company or person owns the system. yet everyone can use it and help run it. This is important because it means it's difficult for any one person to take down the network or corrupt it. The people who run the system use their computer to hold bundles of records submitted by others, known as blocks, in a chronological chain. The blockchain uses a form of math called cryptography to ensure that records can't be counterfeited or changed by anyone else. You've probably heard of the blockchain's first killer app, a form of digital cash called Bitcoin that you can send to anyone, even a complete stranger. Bitcoin is different from credit cards, PayPal, or other ways to send money because there isn't a bank or financial middleman involved. Instead, people from all over the world help move the digital money by validating others' Bitcoin transactions with their personal computers, earning a small fee in the process. Bitcoin uses the blockchain by tracking records of ownership over this digital cash, so only one person can be the owner at a time and the cash can't be spent twice, like counterfeit money in the physical world can. But Bitcoin is just the beginning for blockchains. In the future, blockchains that manage and verify online data could enable us to launch companies that are entirely run by algorithms, making self-driving cars safer, help us protect our online identities, and even track the billions of devices on the Internet of Things. These innovations will change our lives forever, and it's all just beginning.
The average Bitcoin transaction time is currently around 1 hour. Waiting 1 hour for ordering coffee, for example, is not possible when you can have it within few seconds with other payment systems. But wait, we still can have instant orders with Bitcoin through Lightning Network. So what is Lightning Network?
What if it was faster and cheaper to send even the tiniest Bitcoin payments? That's the idea behind something called the Lightning Network, a new technology for Bitcoin and other blockchains. The Lightning Network allows users to send real Bitcoin without using the blockchain, and that's a big deal. You're still sending the same Bitcoin, but instead of paying miners and entering your transactions on the ledger, you're using something called a payment channel. To open a payment channel, parties pay a fee and deposit the amount they intend to transact over time. With each transaction, parties sign a balance sheet confirming the new balances. In the channel, parties can transact back and forth as much as they want without paying fees to miners. When their transactions are completed, the parties pay to close the channel, and the results from the final balance sheet are entered back into the blockchain. Since it's possibly cheaper to leave channels open, Lightning could be useful for recurring payments, like when you stream a single song on Spotify. The network can also accommodate two users who aren't directly connected. If the users already have open channels to the same node, then that node, called a hub, can be used as an intermediary. But there are important limitations to the Lightning Network. Nodes can only move money that's already in their payment channel, so if you want to move more, you're out of luck. And most significantly, Lightning transactions don't take place on the blockchain, and that has potential implications for privacy. Hubs could potentially work together to de-anonymize users, and users would have no way of knowing. The Lightning Network hasn't fully launched yet, though. Today, there are several teams working on versions of the technology in various stages of development, and if you're really reckless, it's possible to send payments in command line. Over time, these early adopters are hoping to make the tech friendlier while making Bitcoin payments faster and cheaper.
Now, since you know about Bitcoin, blockchain technology, and Lightning Network, let's see them in action. Until we meet again, stay tuned for our next video and be safe. Bye.